It's 5:30 and time to call this meeting of the Fort Smith Public Schools Board of Education to order. Please stand for a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I always like to read our mission statement. Fort Smith Public Schools, a premier district where innovation creates excellence, is dedicated to providing an equitable, challenging educational experience by engaging families and community partners as we prepare students to embrace their roles in our culturally diverse community and our rapidly changing world. First item we have is professional staff recommendations. Dr. Brubaker.
Yes, ma'am. We'll recognize Ms. Penix.
Good evening, Dr. Brubaker and Board of Education. Tonight we have some resignations for the certified and classified members. Certified Melinda Young, elementary teacher, Cardell Elementary. Brandon Skelton, physical ed teacher, cross-country coach at Kimmons Junior High. Nicole Bostic, physical education teacher at Sunbeam Elementary. And under the classified, Cynthia Cardona, child nutrition worker at Kimmons Junior High.
All right. Are there any questions? The chair will entertain a motion to approve the resignations as presented.
So moved.
Second. Thank you. It's been moved and seconded to approve the resignation, excuse me. Is there any discussion? All in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. The resignations are approved by a vote of 5-0. Recommendations for employment, Dr. Brubaker.
Ms. Penix.
At this time, we have no one for retirements, but we do have some certified as well for employment. James Dillon Candelaria, PE teacher and assistant volleyball, assistant softball, and assistant girls basketball coach at Kimmons Junior High. Shelby Vick, 5th grade teacher at Sunbeam Elementary School. Robin Gutierrez, English teacher at Northside High School. Sharon King, preschool teacher, Beard Elementary School. Melinda Van Pelt, special education coordinator, special education department. Vivian Barati, elementary teacher, Verlaine Elementary School. Emily Wesley, elementary teacher, Verlaine Elementary School. Michael Beaumont, director of athletics and student activities, Service Center. We have some classified as well for employment. Cheryl Harris, secretary, purchasing department. Chelsea Gregory, sped paraprofessional at Kimmons Junior High School. Raquel Elkins, preschool paraprofessional, Carnell Elementary School. Jennifer Peraza, preschool paraprofessional at Tillis Elementary School. Anthony Crockett, night custodian, Pike Elementary School. And Patricia Pinter, media guidance clerk at Chaffin Junior High School. And we have at this time no one for leave of absence.
All right, thank you. Are there any questions? The chair will entertain a motion to approve the recommendations for employment as presented.
So moved. Second.
You did it first. All right. Is there any discussion? It's been moved and seconded to approve the recommendations for employment as presented. All in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. The recommendations for employment are approved by a vote of 5-0. We have no request for a leave of absence. So, Dr. Brubaker, introduction of new administrators.
Yes, ma'am. So, as you recall from the agenda this evening, you saw that one of the recommendations approved by the board was for the athletic director position. We're really pleased that Michael Beaumont and his family have come all the way from Knoxville, Tennessee to join us this evening. He has some special guests with him also. I'll mention to you that we have some other key administrators that we'll introduce at the August 12th board meeting. So I want to share just a little bit of information with you about Mr. Beaumont. We're just thrilled that he's coming to us. He previously served as the Director of Operations for the University of Tennessee women's basketball team. Additionally, he served on the athletics staff of the University of Arkansas, the University of Mississippi, the University of Central Arkansas. In addition to his 15 years at the university level, Beaumont was an athletic director, coach, and teacher for Lincoln Public Schools in Lincoln, Arkansas. Former Razorback football coach, Houston Nutt, who's with us this evening, also said of Beaumont, he is a difference maker with young people who will go the extra mile. He understands teachers and coaches and will represent Fort Smith schools in a first-class manner. So prior to his work in Fayetteville, Beaumont was a football and baseball coach at Lincoln, Arkansas High School, and also served as athletic director in addition to teaching from 2001 to 2006. As the head baseball coach, he led his team to a conference championship in 2004 and was voted by his peers as the 2004 Conference Coach of the Year. He was the defensive coordinator on the high school football staff, and as the head coach of the junior high squad, he guided his team to the 2005 Conference Title Championship on the football field. And I just want to share, we're just so pleased for Mr. Beaumont to be joining our district leadership team. He brings with him a wealth of experience, and we look forward to seeing the impact that he'll have on our athletic and activity programs. We have a strong tradition in Fort Smith of really excellent athletic teams and also strong fine arts and other activities, and we believe that he'll be able to build on that strong tradition of leadership that we've had here for decades. I think it's also important to mention Michael and his wife Susan are celebrating their 25th anniversary this year. They have two daughters. One of them will begin a career as a teacher in the 2019-20 school year, and one who's with us who will be a freshman in college. And Mr. Beaumont's mother, Connie, is also here this evening. And so I'm just going to get out of the way and ask Mr. Beaumont to share some thoughts with us. This was a highly competitive process, and we're thrilled that he's here. And then after the board meeting, then we'll open up the conference room behind so that any members of the media who'd like to visit with them will have a few moments to do so. So please introduce your guests who are with us this evening and tell us a little bit about you.
First off, the board and the members of the media and the community that are here, I've had the opportunity, very blessed opportunity, to be a part of a lot of different programs at every level. And when I first came here and decided that this was going to be the opportunity for me, maybe a fit for me, if you guys would choose me, this group that I met here, from Dr. Brubaker to Dr. Borowski to Ms. Penix, Mr. Mahan, Mr. Lace, let me tell you, this group is first class. I knew them when I went home after I met all of them, the way they treated me and how that they were really going about the manner of investigating me, what they wanted for this job. I told my wife, this is a special place now. This is a big time place, and I'm very lucky and blessed. I want to have this opportunity, so I'm excited. And I thank you all for that. My mom is here, so I'm excited. I am the oldest, so therefore I am the best. And I know my mom would for sure second that. And I'm so glad that she had the opportunity to make it here. Like Dr. Brubaker said, two daughters, which the youngest is here with me. And I'm so glad that she gave up a lot of her social life and social media to be here with me this evening. The oldest is getting her classroom ready, and she had new teacher orientation, so she could not make it. But I know that she will be anxious to see when we're finished here about how it all went tonight. Like Dr. Brubaker said, this young lady here of 25 years, she decided to stick around with me, and I'm still waiting for that ball to drop. I haven't figured out why she's still around, but she is still here, and I, again, have been blessed in that department. Coach Garner, I am so glad that you had the opportunity to be here with me and my family. What you carry, where you have been in the state of Arkansas and then inducted into the Hall of Fame, thank you for coming tonight, as well as Nicholas Kabugi. Nicholas and I were together at Arkansas and at Ole Miss, and we were those two that did a little bit of everything, trying to find our way to get in the door, so I was very excited about that. Obviously, you all know this young man here between Coach Garner and Boogie with Coach Houston Nutt. I am where I am today by two men, one of which is not here tonight, and that is my father. I learned so much from him on how to be a dad, a coach, a teacher. He was the greatest man I know. But second to that now, I was given that chance, that opportunity to walk through a door that I thought would never open, So when Coach invited me to come to be by him at the University of Arkansas, I leapt at that. And it was so unique for me because I had a chance to watch him and Coach Broyles on how they treated people, how they took care of young men, their expectations, the way they talk, the way they teach, the way they walk. That's pretty lucky now. Not a lot of people get a chance to have that opportunity, and I was blessed. And then when we went to Mississippi, he asked me to go with him. And Coach, I'm like I said, I'm here today because of you, and it's been special. It has. And then the opportunity then came for me at the University of Tennessee. So I went from Coach Broyles and Coach Nutt to Coach Summit and to Coach Holly Worley. So there's 4 mentors now for me that not a lot of people can say that they ever had a chance to meet, much less work beside. And so I'm lucky now. I truly am. And then to be chosen for this job, my luck seems to continue, and I hope that never changes. I come to Fort Smith. This place has a lot of pride and a lot of tradition. I'm an Arkansas kid, so I knew about the vital of Rogers Avenue. I knew the River Valley, and I knew what has been here. And I'm excited to be a part of that team. There's lots of history, lots of tradition. A lot of that is still here on these staffs. And so that's a great chance for me to keep learning and to lead. That's why I'm here. That's why I said yes, and I'm so glad that you all asked. It's an awesome responsibility of this leadership. All teachers, not just coaches, but all teachers. We have that unique opportunity to teach young people through athletics, through activities. I mean, it is so exciting for that gift to be given to us. And I know a lot of you all have been teachers in this room, and I know that a lot of people on the outside may think that that's 8 to 3, and at 3 o'clock you get to check out and go home, and we know that's just not true. And you have this great, it's not a burden, it's great responsibility of teaching so many things, and we get to teach that through athletics. So I'm going to continue that, whether it's going to be team building, leadership skills, coping skills. We can all learn that through these activities and athletics, all these life skills and social skills, and teaching kids how to do right. And that's going to be a do right even when nobody's looking. Even when nobody's looking. Because we'll tell them every day, there's always somebody looking. There is. Those seniors in high school, when they walk in that field or that court, or they get out there and they do their drama programs, or they sing in their choir, there's somewhere now, there's a little 5th grader. There's a kindergarten. They're watching that. They're watching how they walk, how they talk, how they carry themselves, how they act. And they want to be like them. If you don't think that's true, make sure you watch next time the cheerleaders hit the field. There'll be 5 or 6 little girls in the crowd doing the exact same motions they're doing. They're watching. So I want to make sure they know that responsibility goes from us to them. They get to be teachers. And we want to make sure they lead by example. So there'll be some things that we keep teaching them every single day. I'm excited to be a part of this community. This community of Fort Smith and Barling, I'm excited to be a part. And I hope they're ready. We want to make sure that they're all together. We want everybody on the same page, and everything is going to be about these kids in this program of North Side and South Side. And I know my background, some of you may be asking, is he going to be a North Side guy? Is he a South Side guy? Is he a women's basketball guy? He's going to be a football guy. No, wait, he was a baseball coach. He's a baseball guy. I'm a Fort Smith guy. That's what I am. I'm a Fort Smith guy. Okay, so you won't have to ask. I'll be for all. I want us all to be successful, and I want to be a part of it. So, Dr. Brubaker, I'm thankful and I'm grateful for this opportunity. Members of the board, again, thank you, and I'm ready to get to work. I'm ready to get to work.
Good. I do think you left out one important part.
Yes, ma'am.
Your mother, Connie,
Yes, ma'am.
she was a nursing student at West Ark. When it was West Ark, I told her, I said, now we have to call it UA Fort Smith, but I cannot wait to show her that campus.
We have to go to the church because my mother and father were married at the Catholic Church of the Immaculate Conception here in Fort Smith many, many years ago. So life has come full circle. So I've already been told I'll probably have to renew my vows at the Church of the Immaculate.
Well, I'll let the church come first
Yes,
if you
ma'am.
don't
Yes,
mind,
ma'am.
and then
Yes, ma'am.
we'll take her to the
Yes, ma'am.
former West Ark Community College. We're just so excited to have you. You've just brought a whole level of thrill to our community and to this group right here.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Do any board members have information they would like to share?
I would like to make a comment.
Good.
Mr. Beaumont, we're just really excited to have you here. I know you're going to help our students be successful both on the field and off the field, character as well, and academically as well. We very much appreciate that. I was very thrilled to hear you mention our fine arts department, the choir and the band and our orchestras and the drama departments are all special to us. They bring in a lot of scholarships for our students as well, and we appreciate and look forward to seeing what you can do with that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
If there's no other business to come before the board, we are adjourned. Thank you.